YouTube. I'm repping today, as you can see. I never wear this jacket. I got this for my birthday last year and I never freaking wear it. I'm not supposed to be on here. I just decided to come on, so I'm being rebellious. But no, I was just talking to God, and last night He kind of gave me I wouldn't even call it a word. He just kind of gave me something in my spirit. This is castor oil on my eyelids, by the way, just in case y'all ever wonder what the heck that is. It's just castor oil, but no, like last night I was worshiping thanks to espresso. Have y'all ever tried espresso dark roast? It is the most amazing coffee in the world. Like, it's better than my pumpkin coffee. What I'm thinking about doing is just mixing them. But I think when I was in Houston with my cousin, we went to this corner store and we, just to get some coffee because I just like coffee. I like caffeine. I really do. I'm a coffee fanatic. I love it so much. Don't tell me how coffee is not good for me. I will delete you and block you. You don't understand. But anyway, the coffee that I ended up getting was bold dark roast from the corner store, and that day I will never forget it. It was just the most delicious coffee I had ever drank in my life, and it was amazing. It truly blessed me. I had so much energy and so much joy, and I think coffee also serves as an antidepressant. So even if you're not depressed, it still puts you in a really good mood. And yesterday, I don't know. I drank like 2 cups of it, and I was just worshiping God, and it was beautiful. It wasn't because of the coffee. I mean, it was just, boy, it had a part. But what I'm saying is, I just had a I mean, I wouldn't usually just be uppity and happy to just kind of do that, but I did. And while I was worshiping him for like 2 or 3 hours, because I was cooking at the same time. So me and him just spent like a couple hours just supping together, and I was worshiping and singing to him like all the songs on my playlist on my phone. It was so beautiful. And the enemy attacked it, so it was authentic worship. But anyway, he he put something in my spirit. I miss recording so much. This feels so good right now. But he put something in my spirit. Uh what would you call it? It wasn't a word. It was kind of like it felt like a supernatural digital layout of your life. And he put it in my spirit. And I feel like he allowed me to feel and see what my end would be and what my purpose is in my life and everything. I'm not going to say the details because I don't want to share. I'm learning to be a little bit more private. I know I've been failing a little bit, but I'm just saying. I'm learning, okay? I don't know how to be a private person, so y'all just pray for me in that aspect. I mean, I'm working on it. But anyway, I'm not going to say what it is, even though some of the things I've already shared. But he just kind of laid it out to me. It was very like a digital. What are you doing? Are you listening to my conversation?
Talking to?
You. But you're listening to me.
I'm not listening to you. What do you think? I didn't know you were talking to somebody.
But you know now. My chili is still in the microwave. I made some vegetarian chili. Excuse me.
Break the chair, Brandy. The legs are weak. You're gonna break the chair, Brandy. Just get up and move and start breaking
I don't
it.
want to get up and move it.
I mean, that's all we got now.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's pretend like that didn't even happen. So I'm actually drinking it right now. It's very delicious. I didn't even finish my statement. The coffee I ended up getting was dark roast. Once I came back home, I was like, I have to get me some dark roast. And this is espresso dark roast. So I drank it yesterday. I drank 2 cups. Now, I drank 2 cups because I didn't really pay attention to the fact that it said espresso on it. Why does this look like this? I just saw dark roast. So when I drink coffee, I'm used to getting like a little energy boost, which is why I drank 2 cups. I didn't sleep for almost 24 hours. Like, why did you drink 2 cups of coffee? Like, I did though, and I stayed up. Like, it's just amazing. It's truly amazing. Like, caffeine is such a blessing. I don't know how people can live without caffeine. It's like my drug personally. Like, I love caffeine so much. I'm drinking it right now, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up because I went to sleep pretty well. I went to sleep weird, but anyway, this has nothing to do with what I want to talk about. Good, it's only 5 minutes. Okay, so anyway, he just kind of like gave me a digital or supernatural word or layout for my purpose. And he was kind of highlighting just, my calling and my destiny to me and just all the things that he's blessed me with that have not been fulfilled or manifested yet. And I was just like, I am so blessed. I mean, have y'all ever just really sat down and meditated and actually thought on the things that God has promised you? I'm not gonna say what it is. I wish I could. It would make a little bit more sense. But it's just like, wow, I'm so blessed. And what he had me do, he was kind of typing through me. I put it on my phone in my notes, all the things that God has blessed me with in this life and what he's gonna have me doing. And just specifics and details. I was just like, oh my God. Like, and I said to him, I said, why don't people walk with you? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, people would rather settle for this pathetic, everyday, normal life than walk with God and let him take them places and just use you for this amazing stuff. And on top of that, all your dreams are fulfilled, things that you told God you wanted to do years ago. Especially if they're desires that he put in your heart, that's obviously going to be, fulfilled. But he's going to do it, And it's just confusing. Like, why wouldn't you walk with him? Like, why would you? I don't. It just didn't make sense to me. We just kind of had a moment together because he was just kind of speaking to me about my life in my end, and I was just like, I'm so blessed. Like, it was like it took a little time for me to just kind of let it sink in and just really think about it. Like, this is real. Like, this is actually gonna happen. Like, this is crazy, But he did tell me. He said many are called, but few are chosen. And just how he was telling me how unfortunately, he does have that in his heart for everybody, but you can't make people choose him. If people want to choose a sucky life over God and bondage and sin, then and it's crazy because they're in death and they don't even see it. God has shown me my end. What my life is going to be like. If I walk with Him, and all the things I'm going to fulfill, what he's going to use me to do, where I'm going to go. It's a lot of stuff, and I guess people don't see their current lifestyle as death apart from God because they don't know what a life with him looks like. So it's kind of like you don't really have anything to compare it to, but I compared it, what he revealed to me about, my purpose. And I'm just like, there's no way I could settle. Like, it's too late now. I'm definitely going to go with him. Like, you can't show me that and then, like, expect me to go back in the world or something, or just like, no, I'm not gonna settle for anything short of what God has promised me and purpose for my life. I don't understand it, because like it's out of love too. Like, it's not just service for him. He actually does fulfill like your dreams. Like, he blesses you if you walk with him. Like, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be trials, but I mean, regardless of what God you choose to serve, there's always going to be trials anyway. So that just kind of comes with, so that's stupid for you to just focus on that alone as an excuse of why you don't want to follow through with God's will for your life. So, and just everything he's been teaching me about seasons and how there's different phases to different seasons and how technically your promise is already fulfilled. You're just in the training phase for it. Like, he's just teaching me so much stuff right now. So now I understand why the word says walk by faith, not by sight, and have faith towards the promises and call those things that are not, as though they already are, because technically you're already it's being done already, like, it's not fulfilled the way he showed it to you yet, but it's already in the process. You're already there. So it's kind of silly for you not to have faith in it, like Joseph. He's a perfect example, which I know he's going to light me up when I finally get to that chapter. I think right now I'm still in Genesis 17. I can't share with y'all the word he gave me about seasons because he told me not to. But oh my goodness, I know when I get to that chapter in Joseph, he's going to light me up with some revelation, because the stuff that he's told me so far, it's just like, man. But Joseph, how Joseph got those dreams of God showing him he was going to be a king or he was going to be somebody great, how his brothers or his brethren were going to be subservient, to him or whatever. And he got confirmation of those dreams. He kept, having God show him that. And as a result, his brothers got jealous and they tossed him into that pit, when they tried to, I think they sold him or something. And even that was God's sovereign. That was a part of the plan. I think it's funny. I always think about this, how God shows us something and we always try to intervene and make it happen, or we do something that we didn't know before was going to play a part in that actually coming to be what he showed you, that just shows that he's sovereign. I would fear God. Like just don't look. But anyway, so that all of that was a part of the plan for him to get to where God showed him he would be. He probably didn't think about that when it happened. Like, oh my God, like how am I going to fulfill this now? But like, no, that was the part of the plan. So, so technically, after Joseph got his word and got his destiny revealed to him, he was already in the phase one of it happening. So it really just takes walking by faith and not by sight to a whole nother level when you see it that way. Like God showed you the end, if that makes sense, or maybe the middle. It doesn't matter what part of it he showed you or what he told you he wanted to use you for. You should have faith towards it because you're already in the training phase for it now. You are. If you're walking with him, you're already in the training phase for it now. So, honey, it's beyond me. There's no way I could settle for a life contrary to what God set out for. It's just stupid. Like the stuff that he was telling me last night when me and him were worshiping, and just like I also feel like me worshiping probably opened up some type of portal for him to give me the revelation, because it was very it's very detailed, just what he kind of showed me about my end and stuff and what I was going to be doing. And I was just kind of thinking and looking over it all, and I'm just like, that's everything I prayed for. That's crazy. So he's going to fulfill everything I've ever wanted to do. That's really insane. And I was thinking, if God can do this for me, he's willing to do that for everybody. And then that's when I just started like talking to him, like, why don't people choose you? Like, it's stupid to me. This literally makes no sense to me. Like, why don't people choose to walk with God? It's crazy. But that's just what he said. You have this rich king who's able to bless you tremendously and make your life just like amazing is an understatement. And he's so valuable, but yet people reject him. And for what? For this? For a life like what, a house on a street as a sales? I don't know, whatever you are. I'm just like, okay, that's stupid. It literally makes no sense to me. Like I can't even accept it at this point. I've come to a place of maturity where it's like I'm not going to accept anything less of what God's will is for me. It's not going to happen. So but yeah, so what I just did a few minutes ago before recording this video, I was thanking him because I made the list last night. I typed it in. He was typing it through me. So he was the one revealing to me my end. And the way he was writing it was that he's already fulfilled those things in my life. And which is exactly what he told Abraham. I have made you a father of many nations before it even happened. So, and I was, so what I do now when I wake up, or whenever I have free time, I just go look at that list and I'm just like, I'm so blessed because I have this, I have that, I have this. And I don't even materially have it yet. Like I'm not there physically yet, but in my mind I have it because I understand seasons now. But he's taught me about seasons and phases, how there's, I can't say it, don't say it, Brandy. I'm just trying to be obedient, okay? I'm trying to like, which I'm not doing clearly by recording by now, but no, like I understand how it works now. So it's kind of like, it's silly for you not to believe in what God told you or promised you, because it's, as soon as he tells you, it's already activated. It's already in the process of getting there. So it's like, why not believe it, But that's what I was doing. So now I just kind of go over my list and I'm just happy. And this is the essence. This is how a Christian is supposed to walk. When he says not just walk by faith and not by sight, but if you believe that you have received those things, that you asked for, that God has told you, sometimes it's not even always about you asking for it. If God told you, you better believe it. Like with Mary and Luke, the angel told her, blessed is she who is believed, for those things shall be performed, which were told of her. And she accepted it. She didn't doubt God. She didn't question it when the angel told her about she's going to get pregnant. She just said, let those things be according to your word, and that's what he told her. So, it's the perfect, like, this is the mind of Christ. This is how a Christian is supposed to walk and live and see things. Like, the only thing you should see is your promise. Your promise exists regardless of what phase of season you're in. I'll just say it like that. When God gives you a promise or when he tells you something, just see it as a seasonal thing. Don't see it as, oh, I don't have that. it's in the Bible, but I don't have it. I don't really see that. I'm not living that. You are living it. You're just in the process of getting to the end of it, okay? So stop talking like that. Like, you're there already. So you should be thanking God for what he's already fulfilled. I mean, even if you died like 30 or 47 years old, okay, thank God for it, because that's your end. He sees it. He sees past, present, and future all behind him, or all before him in one. So you should too. So what I did just now, I was just thanking God for everything he's given me. And all the stuff that he's told me about, which I can't share. God, it sucks that I can't do it. Kiamra knows. Some people may know what it is, but yeah, I was just thanking him for those things that I was like, wow, I'm so blessed. So now my mindset every time I wake up or just go throughout the day is like, I'm so freaking blessed. Like, and I don't see anything else around me that it just doesn't make any sense to me to see that way anymore. Like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. I actually do have a lot. God's about to fulfill it. So that's what I was doing. I was thanking him for those things. I was thanking him for a list of things that he's done in my life that have not even been fulfilled yet. So even to the part where he told me that I would die in him, having reaped many souls into the kingdom, and just becoming a light, a true light for him in this earth, and drawing people into the kingdom through that light. And I've fulfilled my purpose and destiny here, and I've made him proud as a father, and I get to die in him, having completed my work. I was thanking him for that. So, and that's not cliche, me saying that, like, oh, speak it. No, I'm not saying, like, I literally see that. Like, that's just how I feel. So I was thanking him for it, so, and he likes it too. You know what I think it is? I don't even think it's really just about, I don't even really think it's about him getting upset because you don't have faith. You know how the word says it's impossible for God to please God without faith. I don't really think it's that. I just think he's not able to work with you on a particular frequency if you don't have faith. I think is what it is. I don't really think it's about him being upset because you don't have it. Like, oh, you don't have faith, so I'm not pleased. It's not like that. It's just kind of like he's able to kind of like, well, I mean, you two cannot walk together unless they be in agreement, right? Okay, well, that's the same with God. I mean, it's his word. It came from him. So obviously it's true with him as well. It's not just with people. It's with him. If you're not in agreement with his mindset and how he sees things and what he's told you, how could you possibly fulfill it? It doesn't make any sense. So it's kind of like when you do walk by faith and you walk by that, those prophetic words you've gotten, those prophecies, those promises or whatever, and you just kind of see it as already fulfilled, and you're walking in it. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's the same as like you going on a trip with somebody. Y'all on y'all way to Houston. You're not like, you're clearly excited because you're going to Houston, right? You're on the road. You're not even there yet. You haven't even seen the festival, whatever you're going to. Y'all are on the road. You're going to be on the road for like 4 hours, but you're already excited. I don't see how we can do that with stuff in the natural, but when it comes to spiritual things, you can't use, oh, it's just hard. Like, I don't know how to do that. You do know how to do it. You do it all the time. When you order something off of Amazon, it's already yours. You telling people, oh yeah, I just bought that. Okay, where is it? You don't have it yet, right? But you still believe that you have it because you just purchased it through Amazon, and it's going to take a season, quote unquote, or some time for it to get there. But technically, it's already done. Okay, it's already activated. As soon as you click the send button and they can take that money out your card, whatever, okay, you have it. It's the same thing with the things in the spirit, okay? It's really not that difficult. It's just, I don't know. I wish people can just get it. Like, it's really simple. It's the most simplest thing. It's not as hard as you think it is. But, yeah, so you're already on the way there. So it's silly for you to be discouraged about it. You're going to Houston. So it's just kind of like, you're there. Like, yes, you can successfully say, yeah, I've gone to Houston, like, because you're going there. You're already in the process. So it's the same thing with God's promises. Just because you can't see or don't know exactly how he's going to bring things that he's told you about doesn't mean that he hasn't activated it as soon as he told you. So just consider yourself already in the process of those things when he tells you. It's just, it'll start off, start off simple like that. That's how that works. But, yeah, so it really is I feel like faith is a frequency. I've made so many videos about faith last year, how it's a city. He kind of just taught me different revelations about faith. It really is just kind of like a realm where God can, I used to say this word so many times and now I lost it. It's not cooperate. which would make sense, but that's not the word that I wanted to say. But I'll just use that right now. That's really the only realm where he can work with you at. So it's not like he gets upset that you don't have faith. It's just kind of like, I really can't work with you if you don't have it. Like, that substance would have to be there for us, like open the door. Like, it's like, oh, God, come in. God, do this. Like, okay, open the door. Like, I can't get in the house, you know? Like, it's like, oh, God's mad at me because, no, I'm not mad. It's just that you need to open the door because I can't do any of the things that you want me to do. Like, I have these groceries and you want me to cook all this food, but like, yet you won't open the door. So it's like, open the door, you know. It's simple. Just believe what I said, and I'm sovereign enough over all the aspects and details of your life. You're already in the process of this happening. As long as you walk with me, it's really not much you have to be concerned about. Don't stress over the details, how it's going to manifest, how it's going to be fulfilled, and when, and that's just not even important, okay? As far as I'm concerned, it's already happened. It's already fulfilled. And that's not me being cliche. Like, I really mean that, like, literally, because he's already told me what my end is going to be. So we're working together now because I have the same mindset that he has, okay? Two cannot walk together unless they're in agreement. So you have to be in harmony with God and how he sees things. And just his mindset, you know? And, like, at that point, you don't have to defend your promises to people anymore because when they're looking at you like, well, you can't say that because you haven't gotten there yet. Honey, I'm there. I'm so there and you're not here. I'm here and you're here. Like, I'm totally there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make any sense for you to say I'm not there yet or that it's not going to happen because it's already in the process of happening. Like, I'm the chess piece in this game and you're just the watcher, okay? So first of all, like, go back up. Like, you don't even have to defend it. It just doesn't make any spiritual sense. I don't even want to say logical. It doesn't make any spiritual sense to you because you're in a spiritual mindset now. People see things as here and now, material and manifestation. Like, okay, I want to see it. Like, I don't live by that anymore. Christians shouldn't live by that. It's nothing about commandments. It's just faith-based. It's a freedom. It's liberating. You know, it's truth as well. It's not something that, you know, a principle that you have to apply to have a good life. You know, like, no, it's reality. Like, it's just truly faith-based. If God told you something, that means he was already setting it up. He just decided to share it with you. So it's not like, it's just silly the way we treat him. It's ridiculous. We make it so hard, but it's really not that hard. I know he'd be looking at us like, it's just really, it's like, just believe it. Like, just believe it. I know it seemed like really extra and prophetic when you got it, but I really just shared it with you, so it's already happening. I just decided to share it with you, you know. So, yeah, and walk with God, and as long as you understand seasons and trials, and I want to give y'all that word about seasons so bad, I'm not going to do it. Or maybe he just don't want me to do it right now, because he said it was for me, so I guess it's just like, okay. It's really good, though. I want to give it one of these days. But no, as long as you understand, like, seasons and trials and how the trials... See, oh, my God, y'all need to read Sovereign God. Y'all need to read Sovereign God by David. That's the book, that's the foundation God gave me when it comes to stuff like this. His sovereignty over your life. To the finest detail, the people in it. Like, he knows how to bring you to where he showed you. He doesn't need your help, okay? Like, so just chill, you know, and walk with him, abide in him, and it's gonna happen. The only way it could not happen is if you don't walk with him. So it's very simple. It's not something complicated like we make it. What else? That's how your joy stays full, honestly. I feel like your joy is only like, you're only miserable and depressed if you don't believe what God told you. Yeah, the carnal mind is death. The word says that. So that's the mind of the flesh to not believe or see what God sees or believe, you know, what he's told you. But if you do believe what he's told you, it's not going to bear fruit of death. You're not going to be depressed and wallowing like I was in vlogs a couple months ago, like we do all the time. So if you truly believe what God showed you and told you about yourself, even if you don't know what it is in detail yet, he still told you in his word that it is something big. I am going to use you for something, and I do have a good end for you. I have good in my heart for you. So at some point, he's going to reveal to you what it is. Just chill on that. That's enough prophecy for you alone to be happy, honestly. He doesn't have to. He hasn't told me the full details of everything yet. That's nothing he taught me. I can't say it. Don't say it. okay, I'm gonna say it. He doesn't tell you all the details depending on the season, the beginning, but like as it continues to go on, you start revealing a little bit more when you start to kind of answer the next door. That's what it is. Okay, I said a little bit, but yeah. So it's just be excited for it overall. He's not gonna give you the full details of the promise in the beginning. He'll reveal a little more over time. So, but as for just as the prophecy is like a whole body, just be happy for that, you know. And right now, your whole body for you just may be scripture. What scripture says that God has in store for you. He may not reveal it just yet, but every Christian, no, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for a Christian to be wallowing and depressed. And if we are like that, I think it's because we genuinely don't understand his mindset, and we don't believe his word. I don't think we mean any harm when we do it. You know, he knows that he's not going to beat you over the head about it, but I do think it's important for us to learn, oh, okay, so this is how it works. Okay, now I don't have a reason to be depressed, you know. So literally, like, make a list. For some of y'all, if you know what God has told you he's going to use you for, whatever your destiny or your end is, like, write it down. Like, write the details down, and I want you to look at that list every day. Like, put it on your wall, like, you know, something like that, you know, put it on your wall. And I didn't write, that's not my list, that's just journals and stuff. But yeah, go over that list every day with God and just meditate on it. Like, wow, this is my freaking life. You know, you have to see it the way God sees it. It's not a right now thing. We don't live in a right now realm, okay? We're in the spirit, okay? Y'all give me some high five on that. Yes, this is how we have to walk, okay? You have to see how God sees it. He sees the past, present, and future before him all in one. So as far as he's concerned and as far as you need to be concerned, these things are already fulfilled in your life. This is you. This is who you are. This is what you're going to be doing. And this is what God has done for you in this life. Time is just a part of his little protocol. You know, he doesn't have time where he is, but it's just that down here, things have to work by seasons and stuff, which makes sense. It's just part of his little map and how he constructs things. So that's, as long as you understand that, you're good. But as far as you need to be concerned, when you write that list down, wake up every day and thank God for those things. Not to be cliche or force yourself to believe it, like literally it's true. So it's kind of dumb for you not to believe it because it's already here. It's already in the process of being fulfilled, maybe the way he showed you. So it's silly for you not to believe it, you know. So thank God for it. That's your life every day. Every day, you are in different seasons of that promise. So you're living in your promise. You are. You are living and you're walking in your destiny and your promise every single day. That's how you need to see that. I promise you. It looks different. You know, the seasons may look different. There's going to be some unpleasant seasons because we have to go through trials and preparation for the promise and stuff, you know, but you're still in your promise when that happens. Just like Joseph, he was in prison. Like, Joseph's life sucked, like, for the most part, because, well, on the onset it sucked because, like, his preparation, like, it had to be a gruesome preparation because of what he was going to be called to be, you know. So, but he was walking in his destiny all those years. I don't know if he saw it that way. I think at some point God probably revealed it to him, like, okay, Brandy, you got thrown into the pit because of this. You know, like, just chill, like, stop wallowing, you know. But yeah, so Joseph, all those years that he was not a king technically, or was, you know, shut up in those jails and those prisons, he was walking in God's destiny for his life. He was just going through different, you know, passing through different seasons, you know, for it to be the, you know, the ultimate thing, you know. But yeah, so a Christian, as long as they're walking with God, they are daily walking out God's purpose for their life. So it's just that some Christians think that they're walking with God and they're fulfilling his purpose for their life, but they're not committed. There's no way you could be committed to God and still be not doing anything. No, it doesn't work. Like, you probably think that you are, but you're not. This coffee is so good. You know, I had got some pumpkin pie spice cream, the liquid cream, but it was sugar-free. I didn't mean to get sugar-free. I just ended up getting it. I need to make some more coffee because this isn't strong enough, but y'all, espresso dark roast is really good. Like, I'm so serious. You need to get some espresso dark roast. I'm so serious. It's so freaking good. Oh my god. Let me drink some more. It's so good. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna put some more in there because this is not strong enough. So yeah, so your life is pretty freaking amazing at this point. I'm like, as soon as you turn off this video, like, make your list and be like, you know what, my life is pretty freaking awesome. It really is. Like, read it. You know, there's some annoying chess pieces that we have to deal with that I would like to call people in the seasons. But God is working on me to see them as, you know, they're literally just tools. Like, they're just kind of necessary for the season. So, and he's dealing with me on that. But, yeah, your life is just pretty awesome. It is, as a Christian. Even if you're being judged right now or chastised and you're being whooped by God, like, you're still walking in God's truth because it's just necessary for you to get to where you probably were disobedient because you didn't do something He told you to do. So even your chastisement is a part of you fulfilling God's will for your life. You know, He just got to kind of get you back on track. So, yeah, no Christian really has an excuse to be depressed or unhappy. You have something to be thankful for. I promise. I'm not saying that. When you hear Christians say that, they're probably talking about, well, look at the birds in the sky, look at the clouds. You have so much to be thankful for. You woke up. I'm not talking about that. That's basic stuff. I'm talking about God's purpose for your life. Every Christian has something to be thankful for when it comes to their purpose. Girl, you got a reason to be excited. You just can't see it yet. So ask God to help you see. That's what we need to be praying. Okay, you don't have to be thankful for the birds in the sky and like that used to piss me off when I heard that. Like, gee, thanks. Like, that's nature. That's not going anywhere. He said that in Genesis. Like, as long as we're here, the seasons are going to continue. Like, no, I don't want to be just thankful for that. Like, that's not my problem. You know, the problem with Christians is not us noticing the birds in the sky and that we woke up today. Like, okay, I get it. We don't know our purpose, and that's how we get depressed. So now that I just shared that with you, now you know that you have no reason to be depressed anymore. Because you see what God sees now. And your whole life is literally just different phases of different seasons of completing what He's going to use you for, pretty much. So just get excited. Wake up every day thankful for it. Like, wow, I'm this person. That's so freaking awesome. I'm so freaking awesome. And I'm going to die in the Father, having completed my mission here. And then I get to be with Him forever. You know what the whole thing about all of this is? With your different seasons and phases in your life as a Christian, even if you're a baby Christian, you're going to grow. You're not going to stay that way. But this whole life journey is about walking with God. So once you've died and once you've left this earth, He's given you so many things. Like, I don't know what He's going to do with y'all specifically. I just know what He told me for my life. But all the stuff that you've gained, like the benefits that aren't as important that God's blessed you with for your obedience and, you know, you walking with Him, even in the midst of all of that, this amazing life that you've had, all these challenges that took place in your growth and your refinement and your sanctification, you know, like, it just does so many cool things. All of God's tools are just awesome because they serve one purpose, and that purpose will forever be amazing. But this whole life, you walked with Him and got to know Him intimately through each one of those things. They were designed for that purpose alone, to walk with God. So I feel like we do ourselves a disservice if we focus on the vessels of dishonor in our seasons, when it's meant for you to draw closer to Him in some way. In some way, those people are serving in you getting closer to Him. I promise you. You just like to focus on them, and it's really going to do you a disservice if we just keep seeing things that way. So by the time you leave this earth, it's like my whole life was walking with God, really. You know, it wasn't just, you know, the details here and there, like, yeah, I became this and I did this and I went here, I traveled here, I did all these amazing things, but He was with me every step of the way, and I really just got to learn Him, and I grew in this intimate, oh God, amazing relationship with God, and now I get to die in Him and go to a place where I'll be with Him forever. In paradise. So really, a Christian's like, let's just take like a look at the map of your life right now. I want to say God started your purpose as soon as you were born, because the scripture says that. But I guess you could jump to your salvation day if you want to, just to be religious, if y'all want to. But your whole lifespan has just been basically all of these different designs that God purposely set up that's going to manifest in the natural as circumstances and experiences and trials, whatever you want to call it, and they're going to be spread out into different seasons, because that's just His prophetic timeline. It just happens like that. I know it sucks, but anyway, So yeah, your whole life is literally just mapped out with his presence. Just it's like the spirit of God. Thank you. He just gave it to me. You know how Genesis says like when he was forming the earth and it was just darkness, the earth was out without form or void, and the spirit of God was just hovering over the waters. That's how your life is. It's like here's your life. It's really quick. Here's your life right here. And the spirit of God is just hovering over it. He's the influence over each and every detail of your life. So your whole life to him, that's why he says, my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. You see things from a completely different perspective than what I see it. I just see my spirit and my influence over every detail of your life. However long you live, really does not matter, age doesn't matter. But that's pretty much what it is, just you walking with God. You have this intimate relationship with God. And the goal is to die in him. Because those who abide in Christ are going to heaven. Those who are not abiding in Christ are not. It's very simple. Unfortunate for you. Like I said, I don't understand why people don't walk with him. I think it's just the dumbest choice to ever make. But you can't control people's, wishes and what they want to do. Like, that's your will. Your will's going to send you to hell. If that's what you want, it ain't go, stop my party. Okay? Not trying to be, me. But it just doesn't make any sense to me to not walk with him. Whatever. That's the life I choose. I'm walking with God. So anyway, that's his life. This is your life mapped out. Yeah, it's broken down into different trials and experiences and circumstances, but it's all divine plan from heaven. It just kind of manifests that way. And the people in your life, everybody that you meet, that you encounter at Subway, everybody, every single detail of your life is intricately constructed by a sovereign God. You have to start believing. You need to read that book, Sovereign God by David Hills. It's totally amazing. You really need to read it. Okay, but no, literally. And as long as you're walking with him, he's going to allow you to see that. He's going to allow you to see it from that angle, which is the mind of Christ. That's how Christians should be walking. And which is why it's kind of like God's here, and this is your life, but you should be up here with him, kind of overseeing it like that, So every day, you should see your life from God's angle and how he sees your life, So every day, technically, because past, present, and future is all one, as far as he's concerned with the map of your life, you have something to be thankful for the same thing that he's doing. Those worship songs, thank you for what you've done and what you will do. I think it's kind of like a pun when I listen to it, because I'm just like, it's kind of like the same thing, technically. You just said the same thing. Thank you for what you've done and what you will do. Well, what he's done, he's already done in the spirit, and what he will do is what he's already done in the spirit manifested. So I just love songs like that. I just feel like, yes, I love it so much. But anyway, okay. So yes, you have to see it from God's angle. You have something to be thankful for every single day. Be thankful for the same thing for your end. So freaking exciting. It's just that we're kind of like in a time span. We're in the realm of time. So we just got to go through the seasons of watching it happen and stuff. So literally everything that you experience is like, wow, this is God's supernatural map in heaven right now. And I'm like walking on it. Oh, it's so cool. That's literally what it's like. It's like there's a glistening map in heaven, like a game or something, and you're literally just walking it out down here. It's just so cool. When you walk with God, amazing things just happen. It's just so it's like, why not choose this awesome life for him? I don't know where they do it. Like Alex said, they want the $1 chicken nuggets and not the filet. Whatever. That's your jam. Go dance to that beat, okay? I'm over here with Jesus, and that's where I'm gonna stay. So, yeah, it's exciting. And what's also exciting? Nobody can hinder God's will for your life. They think they are, which is stupid, but they're really not. They're just vessels of dishonor. He literally uses them unbeknownst to them. It's funny. Laugh at your enemies. You can't stop my jam. I'm dancing. And every little button that you push to try to hinder God's will for my life, I just did a back bend. I'm twirling with Jesus. We're just dancing all over you. And you're literally just a little puppet that he's using for my. So thank you so much. Your enemies just bless you so much. Start saying I love my haters. I'm serious, because it works. They don't know they're helping you. It's just stupid. Witches don't make sense they just don't make. They don't have the mind of Christ, so they can't see if they're helping you and that they're just doing God's will. So they're on that low level frequency and working evil stuff. They don't even know if their master is a vessel of dishonor that helps Christians. So that just goes to show you don't have to fear a witch. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, so once you finally die, You just done all these great, amazing things, and you just got to know this great, amazing God, and you would just kind of like walk. Y'all was literally just dancing all over your life throughout your whole life, and you get to die in Him. Oh my God! And then you get to just be with Him forever. You do. You get to be with God forever and ever and ever in paradise. And then when y'all get together, y'all can just like look down on your life and look at the earth and just laugh, because the whole world, they were trying to be against you, but they didn't even know they were helping you. And like, I want to say, like, I want to use the expression, the slang expression, I just poofed on you, but it's just kind of like what it is. Like, you're funny. I serve a sovereign God, so you're funny. Like, you really thought that you were doing something, but you really weren't. You just really, you added to His plan for my life. Thank you for playing your part, little chess piece. Now it's time for you to go. And sovereign God actually says that once God is done using the wicked for your life, He gets rid of them. It's kind of morbid, but I mean, hey, that's what they choose to be wicked, like, so He can't change His word. The soul that sins shall die. So, okay, if you want to be wicked, I'll just use you for good, and then you can go when we're done, Or you could just, have this amazing life with me and walk with me and get to know me and be my bride, and then we can just spend eternity together and look at your life like, oh my God, that was you. Okay, it was all you. Okay, let's just give you the glory right now, because every little piece of this body of life was you. And then you can just be looking like, oh my God, like God did that? That is amazing. Look how He just kind of all brought it into fruition in detail, and He was touching that and intervened there and did, like, it's just, now after this video, you really have a reason to worship God and be thankful and just praise Him every single day. Like, seriously, your life is just freaking amazing. You should get excited. Be excited for the death part too. I really think that Christians who were martyrs, who were happy when they died, they got that revelation. They finally realized the mystery of salvation and the mystery of God. You're not going to get to that place if you're not intimate with Him. I think Paul, the only reason why Paul was able to talk confident like that, he got to some places in the Spirit. He definitely did. Like, I think there's a place where, Sovereign God explains it all. Like, please read that book, Sovereign God. Go to Living Bread, UBMministries. Is it org or net? It's one of them. It's not .com. I just forgot which one it was. But download Sovereign God. Please bless Brother David Ills. Buy that book. Every Christian needs to read that book. Every Christian needs to read that book. There's so many books on God's sovereignty. Some of them have Calvinistic views. I don't agree with that. I promise you that book is the authentic word of God. It's just full of scriptures. But he has the gift of teaching, so he breaks it down. You can pull it from different passages. I was like, yes, like David be doing it, man. I just love Sovereign God. Like, that book, it is a universal book. I think God really used David Ills. I know He uses different Christians for the same topic, but no, that book, like, He chose David Ills on this earth to get it out to Christians. Like, everybody needs to read the book. It will completely, like, change your life and the way you see things. I'm so serious. It'll give you the mind of Christ. It really will. And it's good. It's heavy. It's heavy content. It's not that cheap, watery. I'm a baby Christian, but I wrote this book anyway. But, like, I mean, it's just heavy is what I'm saying. It's very meaty. It's like it's rich. You can feel when God's wisdom is really in a book versus a Christian just kind of, it's like, okay. You can feel when something is rich, But anyway, no shade towards. Anyway, so your life is just awesome. Like, it's just so funny. We have so much fear towards God and, fear over our life, not realizing He's in control of every single aspect of it. And everything He's designed for us to walk through is for us to get to know Him more. And that's really all He's concerned about in this life. Like, your whole life is just experiencing this or walking out this experience with God and getting to know Him. Like, that's pretty much it. But you focus on the details, so you don't see that. You just see the sucky parts. It's like, no, like, everything you go through, I promise you, in some way, it's showing you an attribute of my character. And for you to, like, you just have to ask God to show you and help you see. But yeah, Christians, like, we just have it lit. Like, Christians live amazing lives. Like, we are so lucky. Like, oh my God. It's not even just about going to heaven. It's just like your whole life is already heaven, if that makes sense. Like, because the Spirit of God, if the Spirit of God is the influence in your life, like, you got it good. You got it so good. It ain't about you having money or how much money you have. Don't compare the material things to what, people have in the material. Like, if they don't have God, they make it. They don't have nothing. Trust me, they don't. You have everything if you have God. And you hear people say that, but you don't really know what it means until he kind of gives you his own little, your own little revelation. So that's what it's gonna take, really. But I don't know. I'm just so freaking happy. I really am. I'm just so excited. Embrace the bad too. He told me that. I can tell y'all too much. I cannot say that. I'll do a video about it maybe sometime in the future when he lets me. But I got my chili in the microwave, and this is like 40. I didn't know this was gonna be this long. I meant to make this video like 9 minutes long. This is why I don't need to be on YouTube. I talk too much. I don't know when to shut up. I really don't. Pray for me. I don't need to be on here, and I just spent a whole hour talking. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why do you do this? And you're still doing it. Bye.